going on, guys? The People's Podcast is back. The SmackTalk team is back. It's a very unique setup that we have here in these crazy times, but I am here. I am the Macho Man, Matty Savage.
Yours truly, if you freaking forgot about us. I am yours truly, Dan Go.
I'm Timo.
And of course, I am Insider BA as always.
All right. So it's been a little while, but we're back. We're here to talk some Money in the Bank. Pay-per-view coming this Sunday. We might sprinkle in a little bit of NXT, a little bit of AEW. Thank you guys that are tuning in. We appreciate all the love. We're really going to try to get these videos cranking. We know we've been slacking, but it's time to pick it back up. Obviously, shout out to all of our social media, of course. You need to follow us. It's at _SmackTalk, pretty much all the way around Twitter, Facebook.
It's everything will be in the description of this video. So you can just go right on down. And then as you're watching this video, make sure you just give it a like, give it a share, give it a follow, give it a retweet, and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Bang, the 5 things you got to do.
So guys, let's before we even get into the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, let's just touch base a little bit on wrestling as a whole. What do you guys think? Are you guys still entertained, or are you guys kind of falling off right now?
I'll be happy to start. I mean, Dango put a great post up today. I mean, I'm saying today, but it was Thursday, and the fact that post just went like ridiculous with like people just bickering back and forth. And you guys can check out the post, of course, it's on the Facebook. But just to give a quick recap, my take on the whole pandemic and wrestling in this moment right now, it was very well said by a certain follower of ours. He said that main roster is basically sports entertainment, like Raw and SmackDown is sports entertainment. They need the crowd, they need the pop. That's how the show produces. NXT and AEW are wrestling-related shows, and that's why they are succeeding in this pandemic. As for Raw and SmackDown, SmackDown's not bad. Some weeks it's okay. Raw for 3 hours, absolute garbage every week so far.
Well done.
I don't know.
I mean, that wasn't my words. That was a certain follower. You can see it's on the comments of that Facebook post that was put up.
I'll pose the question to you. Do you agree? Do you think Raw is garbage right now?
Absolutely. 3 hours is just not working for me. If it was 2 hours, I think they'd be in the same level as SmackDown. That third hour is really what's slowing. It's like really killing them, I think.
Dan, I can see Dan ready to rip into this one.
I actually think SmackDown has been the worst since COVID hit. Yeah, I think it's been the same stuff every week on SmackDown. You need Bray Wyatt, and he's the only pop you're getting. You're not getting anything with the New Day. You're not getting anything with Kofi. I guess Otis. You guys, that's your leader and your savior of SmackDown. Check that out. Raw, I think they've been mixing it up. Like, let's not forget, we had Zelina Vega legit host Raw for the full 3 hours, and it was damn well done. It was well done from beginning to end, where SmackDown, you're not really watching the entire show. Like, the women's division on SmackDown has turned to mud. Everything about,
I think the women's division of both shows are mud, by the way.
Yeah, but at least we're getting something on Raw. We're getting Bayley and
that Bayley Sasha thing is the problem.
That's tough.
Yeah.
NXT and AEW, on the other hand, man, those two shows have been carrying their respective brands. Granted, AEW only has one. I get it. But for WWE, they're really holding on to NXT. Triple H has really got that brand going. Obviously, it's derived off wrestling. However, one thing that I will kick back on, just the NXT, there have been more predictable outcomes on NXT than AEW. Like, just last Wednesday, I'm going to say last Wednesday because we don't know when we're going to post this video, but Adam Cole retained his belt via disqualification. Kind of knew that was going to happen, which kind of sucks because you kind of want him to win clean. I get the competition was legit, but He needs to win that clean. He's got to be the bigger. He's got to be the stronger of the champions, and then you just relate that all the way through to Drew McIntyre.
Dan, you might have saw my text wrong. It was not disqualification. It was actually Undisputed Era came out, only 2 of them because I believe Bobby Fish is injured at the moment. Or was it Kyle O'Reilly? I can't remember which one. Basically, yeah, it's O'Reilly. They came out. Dexter Lumis came in. They're trying to build up Dexter Lumis. I think they're doing a great job. It's like a weird serial killer psychopath, kind of like creeping in the shadows gimmick. He comes out of nowhere, attacks them both, but when he attacked one of them, he threw him into the ref, and that ref got knocked out as Velveteen Dream dropped the elbow, the Randy Savage elbow, and that's his finisher. And it would have been a 3-pin, but of course ref's down. Velveteen gets him back up. Adam Cole hits his finisher, bang, Velveteen Dream loses. It's all good. It wasn't not disqualification, but it was a good way to continue the. I don't even. I guess you can still kind of continue the feud because there's very slim talent for all shows right now. Not everybody's working. Big name that's not working right now is Roman Reigns.
I haven't even heard of him. Where is he?
Exactly.
But AEW, they've continued to just have little pops without the crowd, and you're popping for at home watching it. I think that's really why I'm tuning into AEW more. They've been the consistent brand of wrestling that I enjoy. I enjoy tough wrestling, which you see bumps and bruises all the time. But AEW, I feel like they hit harder. I feel like the action is so. What the hell? And it makes sense for that. And WWE, you're watching it and you got a what the hell moment. Now you're like, I got to sit and wait and ponder on what I just watched. Whereas AEW just flows so nice. So I think that is what's keeping wrestling in my realm.
Your rear view mirror?
Yeah, still there.
What about you, Tim? What are you thinking over there?
I just want to compound on Danny that AEW is the only show right now that feels like a full show, and that's because of their small roster and their smaller arenas and stuff. It just feels like they're still doing their normal show and their normal. Hey, what's up, Nike? They're still doing their normal show, and they have their big names, their main roster every single week in, week out, and they can continue those storylines. And you can't really do that at WWE because, 1, split rosters, and 2, there's a lot of people that have been staying home or not showing up on shows, and it's more like their B show every week.
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give a big shout out to AEW on what they've been doing. I'm watching every week. I'm locked in. I like how they're kind of going out of the box. I mean, they had the wrestlers surrounding the ring when this all first started. What's up, Nike? So that's cool, man. It's different. It has that different. Now it's more of like a bar fight type of feel for every match. And this past Wednesday, I know they're starting to ease the restrictions down in Florida. I don't know if you guys saw it. I think those were regular fans all the way up in the stands when they were having the
masks. Yeah.
Kind of felt like it was like a drive-by, and they stopped, and they would glance, and bang, they got a wrestling show out of it.
Yeah, pretty wild. So definitely a shout out to AEW on that. But we are here to talk this Sunday's pay-per-view, guys. So you guys ready to just get right into it? We might be a little rusty on putting in some picks.
Yeah.
But
I'm ready.
Not me.
Here we are, and let's get right into it. So we got 6 matches on this card. We're going to kick it off with what match do you guys think is going to open this pay-per-view?
So I'll start it off. I was thinking of a championship match, but I feel like they're going to add in some random – right now there's 6 announced matches for this card. Yeah. And I think they're going to add in something tomorrow, Friday. I shouldn't say tomorrow, but it's Friday or probably Sunday. But I'm just going to go with one of the 6, of course, and I'm going to go with the SmackDown Fatal 4-Way Tag Team title match.
Well done.
That is,
well, I'm going to piggyback on that, and I'm going to go with the SmackDown Tag Team matches.
Hey.
I think that's one of the easiest picks. Just something to get out there.
In that match.
Get everybody in the ring at once and out of there so they can clean up.
I'm going with Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, and AJ Styles to kick off Money in the Bank.
Wow.
Dango, can I steal your thunder for a second? If you did not know, both the men's and women's Money in the Bank matches will simultaneously be happening at the same time.
Like you get telling me if those things do happen, pick out of the 4. Like don't pick those.
No, you can, but it's going to be both Money in the Bank matches at the same time.
Jesus, when you really think about that, though,
they're just gonna like merge the 2 pre-taped matches.
No, I think they're all starting in the lobby, and it's you blow the whistle and you go.
That's why there's 2 ladders up at the top of the headquarters.
Yep.
Wow. So that ends the show. Okay.
So you're gonna have
I don't know if it ends the show. Wait until you see my prediction.
Ooh. Well, I'm gonna change it anyways.
Right. I got to change it.
I got Bailey and Tamina. That was my original pick.
Oh God, that's garbage.
Out.
Garbage.
Man, I'm gonna agree with Dan Go on this one. I'm going with Bailey and Tamina. Just for the simple fact that I want that to happen as fast as possible, get off my TV as fast as possible.
Facts.
While we're piggybacking off of Bailey and Tamina, let's get right into that match first. How about that?
All right.
Because I hate it.
Yeah.
I know that they trying to give Tamina that little push there, but when it's not working, it ain't working. And Tamina ain't winning this Sunday. Bailey retains, no doubt in my mind.
I'll go next. Yeah, Tamina, you're trying to push her to us. No, not happening. Bailey's winning. Bailey's retaining. Tamina, this might be your only shot to prove something, and not gonna work.
She's not proving anything, bro. She's had I don't know how many years in the company right now. She is not Charlotte Flair, Dango. Like as we have that it wasn't an argument. It was more of a conversation in our group chat. She isn't Charlotte Flair. She is a Snuka, Tamina Snuka, and she ain't got it. She ain't got it. She didn't have it back in the day. She don't got it right now. Like we said, the women's division is very garbage right now. As far as there's only like 2 or 3 that can really carry it. If right now it's obviously the 3. I mean 2. There's 2 right now who can carry it. I'm not even considering Bailey because of the whole Sasha Banks crap. But yeah, I have Bailey retaining this title as well.
I'm switching this up.
Don't do it, Dan.
I got to. Because they've been pushing this whole backstage, the WWE Network, they did a whole
documentary.
They did the bump on
the Wednesday bump,
and to me, kind of showed that they might, if they're gonna put a whole half hour into her, just on a show, and then having the Usos surprise up on a surprise Zoom meeting to say, "What's up? We want you." We can
no.
That could also change. That could change some people's opinions, like it did mine. Actually, I'm just kidding. It didn't change at all. I got Bailey retaining.
You had me worried there for a little bit.
That was good.
Nice. Well done.
There is a bonus.
Bailey across the board. There is a bonus on this one. This is Money in the Bank. But, I mean, we know these matches happen at the same time. Is anybody really going to cash in same night? That's the question here. Is anybody going to cash in on the winner or this match in general?
It has been
kick
the
it off.
track record.
I'm going with no.
I don't think
Yeah,
they
no.
can. Just because of how it's set up.
Yeah.
But I think they don't want to anyway. I think they should savor this moment and enjoy the cinematic wrestling event that they're going to give us. So.
Plus, they need content for weeks, so you better have someone with that Money in the Bank.
You can tease that for another
film. Tim, you nailed it right there.
You got to drag that shit out, bro.
What they're going to do, though. That's exactly what they're going to do.
They have to.
They need to prolong this while they're not having anything.
Since 2017, there hasn't been 2 Money in the Bank contract holders to go through the whole year. One of them usually cashes in on the night. Do I think it gets cashed in on this match? My answer is also no. But if it was to happen, and is it successful? Of course, it's an easy question. Easy question to me. I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I don't know if we're answering the second part. Are we answering the second part?
If no, but if it does, then yes. Yeah,
Okay.
I think everybody.
I think that'd be across the board. There.
Okay, so all right, so no and yes across the board.
All right. So let's get into the SmackDown Tag Team title match now. The match that Timo and Inside of BA think is going to kick off the pay-per-view. The New Day defending against the Miz and Morrison, the Forgotten Sons of Anarchy Sons, and the Lucha House Party.
What the fuck? This is a match?
So
Yeah, that's a match.
I don't know why it's a match. I know Forgotten Sons came up to the main roster. I feel like Lucha House Party wasn't supposed to be part of this, but due to one of the Usos getting injured for, I believe they're out 6 to 9 months now. I'm pretty sure that's why they made this a fatal four-way and just inserted Lucha House Party instead of the Usos. So Miz and Morrison just lost. Forgotten Sons too soon, and Lucha House Party is garbage. So I have New Day retaining these titles.
Damn.
I think that they have everything going for them right now. I'm going with the Forgotten Sons.
Ooh, I like it.
Wow, with the New Bloods. I don't know. Miz and Morrison, they did just lose, so sometimes that's like a thing, like, oh, we're gonna lose now, but then we're gonna win it on pay-per-view night. Not this week. I have the New Day retaining. Sorry, the rest are a bunch of bums.
Yeah, I mean, definitely not the Lucha House Party. We already know that. Miz and Morrison, you can make a case for. Forgotten Sons getting that clean pin on the New Day this last week, I think it was. That was all just to make them credible for this match. Do I think they're going to be a threat to the New Day? Yeah, but New Day's got to retain here, and I don't. And that's what I'm going to go with. I think they're going to retain, and you know who's taking the pin? Somebody from the Lucha House Party. I'm going to go with Gran Metalik.
Oh, we had to pick somebody? Damn.
Yeah, who takes the pin, Tim?
I'm going to go, I don't know anybody's name on the Forgotten Sons, so I'm just going to stay away.
I'll read them to you.
Nah, I'm going to go with the Miz.
Steve Cutler, Jackson Riker,
And
Wesley Blake.
Wesley Blake. Former.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to go with the Miz, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky.
Okay. Again?
I'm going with John Morrison getting the pin.
My man, Dango. I also have John Morrison taking the pin. I think the Lucha House Party is a trap as for a pinfall, and I'm not going in that direction. Not get the Forgotten Sons pinned. Miz is a great pick, Tim, but I'm going to go with Johnny because Miz just lost the titles, so I don't think he takes 2 pins in a row.
Maybe he's just a shitty guy who's going to take the pins for now. You never know.
So, Drew McIntyre, your new reigning defending heavyweight champion, first title defense against the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins. I'm going to kick off this conversation by just mentioning that the Monday Night Messiah, Seth Rollins, to me, sucks again. I was really locked in on his gimmick. He was building his
disciples.
His disciples with Murphy and AOP. And it's very unfortunate, but I think losing the fans has really hurt this gimmick. I mean, he pulled a pretty good backstage promo, not backstage, where he was like sitting on the chair
The throne,
a couple weeks ago. What is it?
The throne. He was on his throne, whatever.
Yeah, he was on the throne, whatever. But other than that, I mean, it's kind of starting to look a little flat to me. I think he's just the first bump in the road for Drew McIntyre as
Wow.
To me, he's got to hold this title for a while. He's got to solidify himself. I mean, I think they gave him the title at a crazy time. It sucks because ratings are failing, and when you talk about ratings, you talk about the guy that's your main guy on the show, and that's Drew McIntyre. But I mean, it's kind of out of his control. So I feel for him. So I think they're going to keep the title on him for a while. I think he's holding it till SummerSlam, so I got him retaining it.
Makes sense.
I also got Drew McIntyre retaining. I didn't think this was as easy of a choice as it was for him, Macho. So, like, for me, it was literally a toss-up because You have Drew McIntyre that didn't get his sunshine at WrestleMania, obviously, unfortunately due to this crisis. But we have Seth Rollins that could take the title, hold it until there's a crowd involved, and then have Drew McIntyre. You can kind of build a feud back to getting people hyped on McIntyre again, winning the title in front of a crowd, just to kind of give him that, thank you for taking that one for the team. But Drew McIntyre, I feel like it doesn't hurt him to lose, and it doesn't hurt Seth Rollins as well. I think it just I actually think that if Seth Rollins takes the L here, it makes him stronger moving forward, because I think then you're going to start cutting out weak disciples. I think that's what the road is set for. So I got Drew McIntyre retaining.
I also have Drew McIntyre retaining. I think it's just too early to take the belt off of him, especially now. Like, Drew McIntyre had his WrestleMania moment, and then if he would have just lose it, like when there's like no crowd or anything, it'd just be like it would have been all for nothing. Even if he does win it back later, I just feel like you don't want to have it all for nothing. And then I don't know, Seth Rollins, his character is like he needs to find himself again. He's kind of just another guy right now.
I know he's trying to find himself.
He's another guy, and nothing's just sticking like how it used to.
It sucks.
So maybe he always needs that wingman to be. Maybe he's like Kyrie in the NBA. He needs that He needs that 1A to be the 1B.
Wow,
that's what I'm starting to think about. That's what I'm starting to think about Seth Rollins right now.
Yeah, he's great. He's better as a heel.
He's better as a 1B, like the second guy. Still the top guy, but just below the other guy.
Ooh,
yeah,
that's a hot take there. I like it.
I mean, it's just not doing anything for me.
I can't say anything more. I have Drew McIntyre retaining the same. I agree with everything you guys are saying. And of course, I forgot to say, but Dan the Man also is put his predictions up here because we put a post out for anybody who wanted to comment on our Zoom podcast for the first time. So he has Drew McIntyre retaining the title. As for the cash, if there's going to be a cash-in attempt on this matchup, I say no. If it happens, is it successful? I say yes.
Well, I'm gonna save some time here. Would everybody be in agreement that there's gonna be no cash in, and if there is one, the answer is yes?
Yeah, I think we all agree.
Across the board.
I don't think there's gonna be any cash-ins today or Sunday.
Just wait, Tim. Just wait until my wild prediction.
Just wait till BA drops a hammer here. So let's get into the next title match. Braun Strowman defending. This is his first title defense against Bray Wyatt. Remember, it is Bray Wyatt, not The Fiend.
Wait. Really? I think that's just what they say.
No, they always say The Fiend.
From watching it, they do not have him.
If you see the graphic to the match, it's Bray Wyatt with his sweater.
Oh,
and there goes his prediction right down the drain.
Nope.
I'll start this one off. I just think this is like such a bad matchup to have already because you have Braun Strowman just got his title. This is going to be his first defense. And then you have Bray Wyatt, who lost the title to Goldberg for no reason. And it was all such a big clusterfuck that we all eventually saw play out like we all predicted. But now he's going to be wrestling again for his belt. And it feels like, wow, it's really soon. And Braun Strowman was kind of a weird person to put the belt on in the after goal. It's just been a series of unfortunate messes that they can't pull themselves out of, and they just put themselves into another one. With that, I hate to say, since it's not The Fiend, I think Braun Strowman retains. And then he'll eventually lose it to The Fiend, but it's just they backed themselves into a corner, and now we have to just live with no matter who wins. It's terrible.
I can't wait to get you out of that corner, Tim.
Yeah. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to chime in next because I've been trying to tune into SmackDown, and I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty locked in on this feud. It makes all the sense in the world. It's obviously unfortunate that they can't do this in front of a crowd, but they're making it work. Bray Wyatt is a creative genius. We already know that. And, the fact that they're presenting it as Bray Wyatt and not The Fiend makes my pick be Braun Strowman to retain. It's a good way to try to boost him up a bit, because obviously we know that Braun Strowman is only the champion because Roman Reigns, we know what's going on with that. He's left. He's left WWE during this time. So Braun, he's getting his chance. Bray Wyatt's going to do the job for him. The feud will continue on, which I'm on board for that. And then Bray can take the title at that point. But for now, I got to go with Braun Strowman retaining. And I do think it is a good feud.
Yeah, I'd like to go next. I also have Braun Strowman retaining as well. They need him to retain more now than ever before, because this Bray Wyatt feud needs to continue until, at the very least, they can stop putting a crowd back into a stadium. Like, that's the only way you're keeping Braun relevant. And we know this because history repeats itself. When he had the IC title, people gave zero shits. And if it's going to happen again. So, he's got the build for being a champion, but he don't have it either. But he has more of size than any other superstar, so they have to put it on. WWE is super lucky that they have Bray Wyatt there as a bailout for Braun Strowman.
Well put.
So, here we go. The wild prediction.
You got 8 minutes.
We're going to have to start a second part. It's okay.
We have more than 10 minutes.
Here's what I think is going to happen. My pick for this match doesn't matter because I don't think it ends. I'll pick The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, wins this match, but he doesn't walk out as champ. He doesn't win the title. I think there's going to be some disqualification. It might even be Braun Strowman wins the match based off disqualification. So you guys might get this point, and it is what it is. So I can't go against The Fiend. I still think The Fiend's in this match. The whole thing with The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, is he faces past opponents. The Fiend is the voice that's telling him you got to go and fix these past things. Braun Strowman, you had The Miz. The Miz. You had Daniel Bryan. You had John Cena. Like, The Fiend is there to rehash old feuds that Bray Wyatt lost. The Fiend is going to win this match, or Braun's going to win this match. But my pick is The Fiend. My prediction is either this match turns into a triple threat, because there will be a cash-in attempt. And yes, it will be successful. So Braun Strowman will still be a champ, but he will lose based off of the Money in the Bank winner that I will not reveal until I get to that matchup.
Fair.
That's one prediction about the triple threat. The other one is it ends in a disqualification. Braun probably still wins based off disqualification. He's still the champ. Cash-in happens. Braun's no longer your champ. Braun and Bray can go do their thing, or it becomes like a triple threat long feud with the new champ holder, Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman. That's how you get out of this corner that they backed themselves into is the Money in the Bank contract holder that's going to win earlier in the night. There's always a cash-in on the night. There has not been two holders to go longer than the night itself since 2017. It's 3 years later. I could be wrong. It's a prediction. Take it with a grain of salt.
The new world of WWE.
Exactly. I just feel like that's your way you get out. You can't have Braun lose. You can't have Bray lose. That's how you get out of this. Ronda Rousey versus Nia Jax 2 years ago. The way they got out of that was off of disqualification because Alexa Bliss just, it is what it is.
But I think Bray can lose more than Braun can lose. So I think as a scapegoat, Bray Wyatt loses because we're used to that.
I'm used to Braun losing.
Bray Wyatt has had bigger pay-per-view L's, and I
You're
think
saying
we're all
Bray Wyatt.
prepared for it.
This is the Fiend, though.
So, BA, I'm really interested in hearing what your pick is for the men's Money in the Bank, but we're going to actually start with the women's because I just want to get this one out of the way. Obviously, it's a cinematic match. It's going to be similar to the Boneyard, the Firefly Funhouse match. So let's get into the participants. Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella. There are some bonus questions along with these matches, but let's just start off with who you guys think is winning the women's Money in the Bank match.
I'll start this one. For the winner, it was between two people, probably Shayna and Nia, just because they're the most formidable opponents in this match. And I eventually went with Shayna Baszler just because she still seems to be the one who's getting that push and who's the next big star. Like, all these people have kind of had their chance. Nia, Lacey, Asuka, Dana, and Carmella.
Dana never had a chance.
They tried to push her, and it just never worked every time. So I think I got Shayna Baszler. She's going to win.
I'm going to go quickly, and I'm going to go with Asuka takes the dub here.
Wow, BA?
Right. I have Shayna Baszler winning this matchup. Not going to touch on it. I don't think she should win. I don't think Asuka should win. I don't think Nia should win. I think it should be on the SmackDown side that wins this. Any of those three girls.
Carmella's already won.
Considering Sasha Banks didn't make it into this Money in the Bank match, then I'm going to go with the Raw side. I'm going with Shayna as well because it just makes sense for her to be the one to cash in on Becky Lynch and take the title away from her. So I'll leave that at that. Let's get into the quick bonuses that we have here for the women's Money in the Bank. Will a female superstar be thrown over the top of the WWE Global Headquarters? And if so, who's it going to be?
I'm going to say no, but if someone is, it's going to be Asuka.
So, fun fact, they actually have the roof, and then they have a contraption on top where you can fall. And there's a netting around it where, I don't know if you guys know this, I'll try to get it in real quick. Becky Lynch was in an interview, and she confirmed that Vince McMahon, at being the age at 70, whatever she said in the tweet, actually showed Becky how to fall off of it. So just want to let you know that I'm going to go with yes. And I am going to pick probably going to be like Lacey Evans taking that bump. So yes, Lacey Evans.
I'm gonna go yes, Nia Jax.
Jesus.
I'm going to feel Rikishi all over again.
I'm going to say yes as well. I originally had Nia Jax, but I think Shayna Baszler jumps off. But she comes back and wins it.
Fair. Right. So last match we have here, the men's Money in the Bank. So BA, this is going to be a time to shine to tie everything together. Yep. But we got Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, King Corbin, Otis, oh yeah, and AJ Styles. Who is winning the men's Money in the Bank?
So only one person on this list who kind of deserves a big moment like this, who hasn't had it in their run in WWE yet. AJ Styles. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Phenomenal one. AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles wins. He's the Money in the Bank, and he's going to make it work.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going right after that because I'm picking AJ Styles to come back from the dead, be a different animal, and AJ Styles will be your Money in the Bank winner.
I think he crushed it in the Boneyard match with The Undertaker. He made The Undertaker look great. He did the job. He was buried alive. And like you said, Dango, he's coming back from the dead. When he showed up on Monday Night Raw and it wasn't Jinder taking that spot, I knew it. It's got to be AJ Styles. And it makes all the sense in the world for a heel like AJ who plays it perfectly to carry that briefcase.
Right.
So to wrap up what I've talked about in the Universal title match with Braun and the Fiends, my winner for this match was originally AJ Styles, but I think it's a trap. He just got added in. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets thrown off and becomes a dead man again. Uh, I'm going to go with King Corbin. As much as I don't want to, I think it makes sense. He is the fall guy. He is the most easy guy, like, as far as when it comes to certain things. Like, he's very trusted in the ring. And he lost his title match, his Money in the Bank, a few years ago. And I think right now, King Corbin wins the Money in the Bank, cashes in that matchup with Braun and Fiend. Maybe a triple threat, maybe a disqualification, takes the title off Braun, and that's the easy way out of it. And King Corbin is a heel. He has another reason to just keep talking all this smack every week. The King's kind of getting a little stale. Now he's the champ. Champ King Corbin.
I don't hate it. I don't hate
Ryan,
it.
can I ask a question? Are you in quarantine? Have you been working from home?
I have.
Have you been drinking on the job all day?
Do not admit that. Use that and call the law.
That is wild.
I mean, I don't like it. I had AJ Styles, but then I was like, fuck it.
Fuck it. But you know what?
We'll find out
We're
Sunday.
talking about
You guys can't chop me from your screen, so I'm good.
Touche. Since we're talking about King Corbin, he's actually the guy that I'm going with that's going to fall off of the headquarters. I think it makes sense. It's the king falling from his throne. See him
my
Corbin
God.
for a little while.
Corporate kingdom.
I'm gonna pick. I think Rey Mysterio is the kind of guy who would take that bump. Either him or I don't know. Daniel Bryan's crazy enough to do it too, but I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio.
Got Baron Corbin taking that fall as well.
I have yes, someone jumps off, and I have Otis. Oh yeah, right off the top. Off single.
So,
All right.
wrapping this up, we got less than a minute from what I can see.
We got 3 more bonuses. Just make them quick.
All right.
Just real
Let's
quick.
Rapid fire. Boom.
rapid fire. Here it comes. Which brands win the Money in the Bank matches? I got. Who did I pick? I already forgot. I got 2 Raw. 2 Raw.
Shoot.
I have 2 Raw as well.
I think I have Raw and SmackDown.
I have Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
All right. Which match closes the show? I'm gonna go with the double cinematic ending.
Same.
Same. I think the double Money in the
Even though
Bank.
I feel like my prediction is around the whole Fiend and everything of that ending the show, I think Money in the Bank closed the show just as a buffer in case I messed all that up above me.
Absolutely, because that's definitely not gonna happen. Will the SmackDown hacker be revealed? If so, who's it gonna be? I'm gonna say no because I can't give you a name on who it's gonna be.
And I'm going to say no as well.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm going to say yes, and it's either CM Punk, Ali, Chad Gable, or Xavier Woods. But if I had to pick one, it's going to be Ali.
All right, let's ride. So that wraps it up. That's our predictions.